Hi there! So I just wanted to do a quick video for each of the signs about what Uranus square Pluto has meant for you individually, and uh, it's kind of a retrospective view considering it's now dissipating and reaching the 8-degree orb almost. It's in 7 degrees of 7 degrees apart right now, and they're both retrograde. So, I mean, they're probably going to be in 7 degrees apart for a while, but as it dissipates, I just wanted to look at these lessons that we've learned throughout these few years that they have been square. And I also wanted to touch upon Saturn and Scorpio and what it's going to be looking like when it moves into Sagittarius and the lessons we're cleaning up or finishing up here at the end of Saturn and Scorpio. So I hope you enjoy. Hi Scorpio rising people. So Uranus has been in your 6th house in Aries, and Pluto's been in your 3rd house in Capricorn, and they've been squaring each other. And so Uranus in your 6th house has actually probably been, I want to say, wreaking havoc in your daily responsibilities. And it could, like, if you are in a job that is restrictive in some way or not allowing you the freedom or independence that you need, then you might actually start suffering from health issues, because Uranus is really just trying to get you to break free and to do what you can to, like, find a job that is in alignment with who you are, and that it could even mean by becoming an entrepreneur, even possibly. And so, yeah, there's just been a need for change in your daily life and a need to break out of the status quo and really to be more yourself in your daily life. And then Pluto in your 3rd house in Capricorn has had you really discover a lot about your world, about the systems and the structures that are in place in the world, and doing a lot of intense research. And you've also been transforming the way you think and the way you look at the world, your perception of the world, also your relations with your siblings, if you have siblings, may have actually transformed in some way. Maybe you've become more aware of different parts of your siblings, or maybe there's even, it's possible that there's been a death of your siblings, but it's not necessarily so. Maybe just a transformation of the relationship, and also a transformation in the way that you think as well, and also the way that you think about your immediate environment. And the thing is, Pluto doesn't enjoy just regular conversation. It's not into just small talk. Pluto is going to make you converse about the deepest of subjects at this time, and only people who are not faint of heart will be able to endure this intensity. But it'll be good to get into that stuff. It's good to get into that stuff. It's good to get really deep into subjects, and maybe starting a blog that can help bring transformation to others would be a good idea, or doing some sort of communication that really allows you to express this deeper part of yourself. That way you can try to save the people at the grocery store from some of this intensity. But you're going to crave that deep, intense, transformative conversation at this time, and you're not going to like dealing with superficial type of conversations. And then Saturn has been in your 1st house, in your sign of Scorpio. So Saturn has been really kind of putting a huge weight on you at this time, and maybe you've been feeling kind of depressed or down, or not really feeling yourself, maybe even. But the thing is, Saturn's actually making you become aware of the parts of yourself that aren't truly who you actually are on the real level. Saturn's helping you to become more real, more true to yourself, more authentic in who you are. And you're going to have to let go of egotistical tendencies that you might have gotten away with growing up, being you know, sort of in your ego or your false self. Really, it's asking you to leave your false self behind. There's actually a song like that. That's why I put quotations. But yeah, it's asking you to really become yourself and also become responsible for who you actually are. So, all right, and then when Saturn moves into Sagittarius in your second house, you're going to have to test your beliefs and your philosophies and your values. So, or there will be a test of those things, even if you don't, consciously do that. It's probably easier if you consciously do it, though. So, Saturn will make you aware of the values that just don't make sense for you anymore, and it also may have you kind of coming into a new belief system and kind of letting go of old beliefs and letting go of beliefs that keep you from expanding yourself and expanding your awareness. And there also may be like a restriction around money, and Saturn kind of puts a sort of a general sense of responsibility around money on you at this time. So it'll actually be a test of your faith, and a test of faith in yourself, even. So, like, kind of a test of your resourcefulness. So it's asking you to really become more independent about your finances and become more responsible when it comes to those things, and just letting go of things that are actually holding you back from becoming more expansive and abundant, even. So it's going to be kind of like a restructuring, maybe, of financial things in your world, changes in that sense, but also a need to really hunker down and just do what needs to be done. And Saturn does provide the necessities, but it doesn't always bring as much apparently at first. Basically, Saturn is kind of laying the foundation for you to receive when it comes around to the 10th house. The thing is, with Saturn, is it's a preparer, it's a prepper. And when it goes into your 10th house is when you start really seeing the fruits of your labor. So as it traverses these bottom houses, you're going to be going through an emotional and inner restructuring of yourself and becoming more resourceful within yourself and being able to deal with how you feel about yourself, and especially if you aren't exactly getting everything that you're desiring out in the world, out in your outer world. When it starts moving towards that area, you're going to see more fruits of the labor that you put in to your, when Saturn's going through these houses, these lower bottom houses. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you again soon, and have an awesome time.